I wanted to film a little vlog today, not because I don't have anything better to do. I have a long list of stuff I should be doing, but I don't want to do any of that stuff, so I'm doing this instead. I've had a hard time with it. I nearly killed myself with Diet Coke earlier. Yeah, you can see that footage in another video. Today's my 50th birthday, so, okay, turning 50 and all that. And earlier today, my sister called to wish me happy birthday. And she's 3.5 years younger than I am. So, you know, I wouldn't expect her to be doing the same kinds of stupid things that I'm doing. But apparently, she's an overachiever. She's already got me beat. Because she was telling me how, like, a week ago, she brushed her teeth with hand lotion because it was sitting next to the toothpaste and they were both in tubes, you know, and she squeezed out the lotion and proceeded to brush her teeth with it. And she said she's like full on, she's like scrubbing the molars. Didn't realize she had lotion on her toothbrush until she thought, well, this doesn't taste minty at all and it's not foaming up. So anyway, I figured maybe her teeth are supple and soft now. I don't know. But as if that wasn't bad enough, just a few days ago she was in Tuesday Morning and she's telling me that she saw a toothbrush there. It was like for kids, and it had bristles, you know, it had like, she said it's like clam shaped. So, you know, you have the bristles go in front of the tooth and behind the tooth and on top all at the same time, and she thought that would be great for her son because he, you know, does not want to brush his teeth. He has sensory issues and it's just a challenge. So she thought, you know, that would be awesome. So she bought it and she gave it to him to try, and he didn't like the way the bristles felt in his mouth, you know, so he didn't want it, and she thought it was cool, so she tried it. And she did manage to load it with toothpaste this time and was enjoying it. And then she thought, okay, I think I'm going to try it with the toothpaste it came with, because it was like this blue gel and it was, you know, cool. And she's like, I want to try that gel toothpaste. And she started to squeeze the gel toothpaste onto the toothbrush and saw a picture of a dog on the tube, and then read the packaging and realized it was a dog toothbrush. It just killed me. I'm willing to bet that toothpaste was probably liver flavored. It's a darn good thing she realized it before it got to her mouth. So, apparently my idiocy is genetic. That's all I can think. Yeah, so anyway, what was I talking? Oh yeah, I tried to kill myself with Diet Coke. I'm bound and determined to do this vlog thing that I can't even spit out. I had to make a list because I'm so scatterbrained now that I didn't want to forget what I was going to talk about, and I don't really have anything important to talk about at all. So this is just random ramblings. If you don't like hearing my rambling, feel free to click away now, or you can just listen through the whole thing and then leave me a really tacky comment about how much I talked, because I love that. Either way is fine, whatever you want to do. Okay, so today, okay, what did I do for my birthday? I went down to the DMV and I got my driver's license renewed. Woohoo! Yeah, I thought that was going to be the highlight of my day, you know, spending it at the DMV. But it wasn't. We ate at lunch at this place called 2M's Burgers and Malts or something. It's this little, dumpy little old burger place in Rosenberg or Richmond. I think we were in Rosenberg. Really great burgers, you know, one of those type places, built in 1963 or something like that, not remodeled or updated anything since then, and they're darn proud of the fact. But they had 3 of those huge chest freezers in the dining room. 3, I mean, these are like the 6-7 foot chest freezers. They're the kind that you put a body in. That's like the only use for those freezers. There's always a body in those freezers. And there's 3 of them. They're in the dining room. And there is no no way they could be storing like meat or anything. The place is too small to have that much food that needed to be frozen. It wasn't feasible. I don't know what was in the freezers, but I was like dying to open one up. I couldn't get Jason to do it. I asked him to do it for me. He wouldn't do it. So God only knows what was in those freezers. I forgot about it, left and didn't open one. But, you know, we had a good burger. So I guess that was my birthday dinner. And then I got home, and Taylor had gone out, she had some errands to run. And I was up here fixing to start filming this, and she walked in with a beautiful birthday card she picked up while she was out. And it like looks homemade-ish, but it's not. But look, it's got like baker's twine on it. And then these are it's like collage. It's a commercial collage scrapbooky card. And of course, that's why she picked it out. And she brought me a whole strawberry cheesecake from the store. Oh, my girl loves me. So yeah, what started out as a really kind of pathetic, you know, DMV birthday, it ended up pretty good. My girl did good. Okay, so let's see what else has been going on. Oh, I will put a link down. I'll probably put lots of links down in the video description to whatever I refer to. For Dede Willingham yesterday, she sketched my portrait like live on her Ustream show. She has a live show on Monday mornings and then a couple other times during the week. I'm not exactly sure when. I'll try to remember to put a link to her Ustream channel. I don't know what they call them now. Her Ustream whatever. I'll link to it so you can go check it out. But the portrait she did was like absolutely amazing. I only got to watch a few minutes of it live. But it was just incredible. And I haven't had a chance to watch the recording of the whole thing yet, but I'm going to do that probably this weekend when I have time to sit and watch it. But she did an amazing job. And yeah, it's really, really weird to watch someone sketch you. I've never been sketched before, and it was odd, really bizarre, but wow. I mean, it looked just like me. She just did great, and I was amazed. That's just like true God-given talent in action right there. It was pretty darn cool. Okay, so yeah, I was hoping, I knew it wasn't going to happen, but I actually got closer than I thought. I was hoping to get to 20,000 subscribers by my birthday. And I really thought I was going to be about 1,000 short, but I'm not 1,000 short. I'm like, I forgot to look. I think it's 600 short, 500 short, something like that. So if it's around 500 short, then that means that hopefully by March, around March the 1st, I should be at 20,000 subscribers. Which is just weird. I say it out loud and it just doesn't sound right. It's like it has to be a mistake, but I guess it's not. But anyway, that's kind of a big deal. That's a bigger deal than I could ever even fathom. It's like the coolest thing ever, and I don't understand it, but I'm extremely grateful for it. And I'm trying to think of something to do, something special to do for a celebration or a giveaway or a something. I need to do something fun for 20,000, don't I? I guess. I think I do. I want to. I just don't know what I want to do. I can do a giveaway. I'm not pretty sure I can come up with some things to give away. We could do a, I don't know, we could play a game. How does that work? I don't know. Okay, well, think about it. If you think of something fun that we can do for a 20,000 subscriber celebration, then just let me know. Coming up, oh yes, in just a few days, hopefully by the end of the week, I will be uploading a Daddy Vans video. And this is, I'll be demonstrating a new technique that you can use with Daddy Vans. This is one that I stole right out from under Patti Parrish. she said I could. I asked her, and she said okay. But, yeah, it's fun. It's just something that she kind of stumbled upon while she was doing one of her live streams one day. And it was just, you know, fabulous and fun, and it's just another use for Daddy Vans, which makes it even more of an awesome value because it has so many different uses, and I really like that. So I'm going to show you that technique, and there will also be a coupon code. That's right, and I'll tell you what that is in the video, which I think will be Thursday or Friday. But the coupon code is for 20% off. If you order from the Daddy Vans website and you enter the coupon code, you get 20% off of your order, and that's a really good discount. You know, so I appreciate that. That was nice of them. So there's that coming up, and what else have I been doing? I did a little coloring. I showed. Oh yeah. Okay, this is one of the sheets of scrapbook paper from Canvas Home Basics, which is part of the Canvas Core Brands family, which also includes Tattered Angels paints and 7 Gypsies stuff. And I'm on their design team. They call it the Creative Crew. I'm on that for 2016. And so you're going to be from time to time seeing some of their products as I use them. And this is one of them. And it's just a really pretty, I think it's called Ivory and Black something. Seed packet. I don't remember. I'll put a link down below. Anyway, but it's just a scrapbook paper that you can use, or you can cut these out and use them, but it makes a perfect coloring book page. And there are lots of these plain black and ivory, and I think there's some black and white, and then there's some white on black or ivory on black, all kinds of different ones. Make like perfect coloring book pages. And I forget how much they are, maybe 80 cents for a page, you know, under $1 for a sheet, and that's 12 by 12, you know, coloring book page basically for under $1. That's really a good bargain. So yeah, this one I'm probably just going to use these 3 colored, and I'll probably just cut these out and leave them black and white to use for collage bits. I got tired of coloring after the first 3. I didn't want to do these. But these were fun. And I used Prismacolor pencils blended with Gamsol on that. So I did that coloring, and then I've colored 1 or 2 things in my Enchanted Forest book. This was a Joanna Basford Enchanted Forest, an Inky Quest and coloring book, and this was a gift that I got from Jet Pens. Yeah, they send me Christmas gifts all the time, because you know me and Jet. Yeah, right. Anyway, I have done, okay, I did a really messy, was that it? That looks better than I remember. I thought I did like a really bad one. Oh, that's not as bad as I thought it was. Okay, I'll actually show it to you again. This one was just lots and lots of Gamsol, Prismacolor pencils, and just not really bothering with trying to do any detail at all. No staying in the lines, not hardly paying attention, just slapping color on there with pencils and blending the holy heck out of it. And I just love that. It's very acid trip looking, I would assume. I don't know, but in my mind, in my imagination, this is what it would look like. Okay, and then I did this little hedgehog? Porcupine? No. Porcupine. Hedgehog. I don't know. Okay, whatever it is. It's a little animal, and I colored that. Also with Prismacolors, and did I Gamsol that? Yeah, looks like I did. It's a little more detail on that one. And then the one that I'm working on is this, which has lots of trees, and I really wanted to make the whole thing kind of, you know, green. And I really, really love this. I'm really, really sick of green. I'm like using all of my shades of green and then venturing into some that aren't quite so green, but I don't care because I'm sick of green. Yeah, but I've almost finished all of the greenery on the page, and then there's a few little, see, like that woodpecker, and then there's a couple of mushrooms and some flowers here, just a few, and an owl, and I'm going to just make those like pop. I'm going to use like bright purple or hot pink, and you know that woodpecker's going to have some red on it somewhere, so you know there'll be just like pops of bright color among all of that green, and I'll probably do the background a light blue or something, you know. It's supposed to be sky. Okay, I have got to mail this off. I got this journal in some happy mail several months ago, I think maybe from Janet Heritage. I may be wrong. No, I think that's right. I think it was from Janet, if I remember right. And she picked it up in an estate sale in Colorado, and she knew that I loved things like this, so she sent it to me, and she's right, I do love things like this. And it is a handwritten journal or diary / sketchbook that she found. And so I started reading it. I had to like set aside an afternoon because the handwriting is kind of difficult to read. It's not so much messy, it's just kind of loopy, and you know, it's not easy to read. Plus, there are sections of it where it went off into another language, and of course I'm trying to read it, and it takes me a while to discover why I'm having trouble. I'm like, oh, that's not English. And I didn't know what it was. But it's fascinating. It started, the date of it was January 18th, 1979, and it went through, yeah, okay, she's got notes for stuff coming up in April, so it was, I think, sometime in March 1979. So it was just a few months. And I started reading it, and it's a woman, and then it took me maybe 4 or 5 pages, and then I was just like hooked. And because she does this very conversationally, like, you know, it's just stream of consciousness stuff. Like she's talking to herself, and she's talking about work, and she just started this new job, and she talks about the weather, and it's snowing, and it's cold, and she has car trouble, and she's talking about her children. She talks about Joel and Daniel, and she mentions her husband, Bill. She never says her own name, but though, you know, why would she? When I started thinking about it, because I was like, who is this woman? I was like 30 pages in, and I was already wanting to know everything about her. And I was like mad that she hadn't said her own name, because I couldn't figure out who she was. But I could just tell in some of her sentences, the way they were structured, that she was probably from another country. I wasn't sure which one. And she goes to, early on I could see she was an artist. She talks about different art galleries and things and sketching and a friend that she did some art with, and, you know, her children. By the end of the journal, I just felt like I knew this woman. And I just felt like she was like family or something, you know, because I'd gotten such a personal glimpse into her life and into her thoughts and into her world at that time, and oh, I just loved it. And then I was like, why do I have this and not her family? It didn't seem right. And I know that things happen, you know, families get estranged, or there's no one to leave things to, so they end up in estate sales, and you know, it happens all the time, because I have several things like this. But this made no sense, because she talked about her children and her husband, you know, like she had a good family situation going on. She had people that she loved and that loved her, and it just made no sense to me. Like, why didn't her children have this? She talks about Joel all the time, and I just couldn't help but think, I'm like, where is Joel? Why does Joel not have this book? What, did he not want it? Did he and his mom have a fight before she died? Is she dead? I don't know. 1979, she had children. You know, it's feasible she could be alive. So I started trying to find her. And I guess I had not noticed until, you know, I started obsessing over it, that there is a name in the front of the book. It's her last name, a phone number, and an address in Iowa City, Iowa. That was basically all it took to Google and find out who she was. Without having her name, I just entered in her husband's name and children's names, and finally was able to find out that she has passed away, and she was an artist, and she was from Finland, and I found her son Joel on Facebook, and sent him an awkward friend request, and which he did accept. And then I told him, okay, you know, I've got this journal, and it looks to me like it belonged to your mom, and if you would like to have it back, I would be happy to send it to you. And he did. He was very glad, and sent me his address. So I am going to send this back to him. And it was part of an estate sale of their family home in Colorado, but she had some personal things there, her diaries, and a lot of artwork. He said poems and paintings and sketches and all kinds of things, and none of her personal stuff was to have been sold at the estate sale, but evidently it was, or at least this one was. So I'm going to send this back to Mr. Joel, and I'm going to read it one more time before I let it go, because I just feel like I'm friends with his mom. I would like to have known her. She was a fascinating woman, and I don't know if it would be good etiquette to say her name. Probably not. I'm not going to, because it is her personal stuff. But this was very cool. This was I'm thankful for this. This is a very cool experience. And I'm going to read this one more time, and then send it on to Mr. Joel so that he can hold on to it and keep it in his family where it belongs. Okay, the last thing I have to talk about is, oh yeah, I was just going to open my mail.